play back slowly. He is beginning to get those latitudes, but I'm surprised he's not going through these resets on the platform. Maybe he didn't get enough knockback yet, where it would be safe enough.
That was another burn dodge from Markimu. You're starting to find a lot of hits here.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. He has totally evened it up, and in fact, he has a very gentle lead for himself at the moment. Neutral into the GCN light. The side light ends up whipping. Can he land?
Misses the neutral air. Markimu able to hit him from below. Yuz staying fused, wants the harder hitting moves right now. Throws it away, wants a sword, but Markimu, this is his opportunity. Hits him with 2 stairs. Yuz gets past, goes for the downlight.
Why did he go off stage? Why did Yuz put himself off stage? He has the Chakrams back. He gets the neutral leg successfully. Yuz is now just going in, going out, looking at Markimu in the face. Who is going to be the first one to come into an option? Nobody wants to do anything.
Goes for the fadeaway side air, goes for the split into the neutral air, but he doesn't find the neutral air. Side air from Yuz, but it's a split side air, not going to have as much force.
Dodges the weapon, and just like that, Markimu. I can't believe that got there in time.
Markimu able to react. He didn't want to go for the pickup because he knew Yuz was waiting for the punish. Can't find the hit.
Uses platform movement. He gets that side like that could have been it. Oh, there was too far back. Oh my gosh, the neutral. Look at the juggle. This is totally even. Is that the stock? It is. He takes the set. He clutches up. Markimu going to be sending Yuz down into eliminations.
What a clutch from Markimu. Yuz was keeping the pressure. He was hitting him with nair after nair after nair. But Markimu stayed strong, found the one hit he needed, the gravity canceled downlight for the chase dodge recovery. And that's Markimu going into the top 8, going into Championship Sunday.
I am so impressed with how his gameplay has changed over time because, you know, like previously, I feel like especially at mid-seasons, people adapted to Markimu's specific flavor of aggression so well. That's when like the Diana pick was like starting to get like really crazy and people are hitting with a bunch of D6. This is the new Markimu. We're not seeing that relentless aggression. We're seeing tactic aggression. He picked his times when he wants to go ahead and go in. His edge guarding was as clean as ever, especially as the set went on. This Markimu right now that we are seeing could be a potential world champion. Now, this was of course just to get into the top 8 side of things. Uses knockdowns to eliminations. But dude, can you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a more optimized Markimu, not as a constant aggression. Instead, he sees that opportunity, and once you give him kind of that crack, he goes in and gets so much more after it. That leads to these quick KOs. So the fact is, now he has really strong neutral to open up his opponents, and then he has that really strong power play where once you give him that opening, he can turn it into a full stock KO.
Yeah, that was just a really, really beautiful set. Amazing job to Markimu. Honestly, with the way that that opened off, I did not know that he had that level of adaptation in him. I did not know that he was capable. I am so excited to hear what Markimu has to say about it. Glitter Explosion, let's ask him some questions.
All right, I am so excited to get this conversation going. We are with Markimu. Not only did you just qualify through to tomorrow, but you took down Yuz after taking down Kaina. I mean, talk to me about what your singles experience has been here so far. You look incredible.
I feel like I've been doing a little bit better because I remember last time that I fought Kaina as CEO, I lost, and I fought Yuz at BCX, I lost. So I definitely feel a little bit better about taking them around this time. You know, it gives me a little bit more confidence, and I hope I can use that to do better tomorrow.
What did you do to prepare for this event? Because you have absolutely made some changes for the better, and right now, I mean, you are at the top of the table.
What I kind of started doing a little bit more was I went back to my matches and I saw what I was doing wrong, and also I reviewed like VODs and all that. Also, you know, some of my friends just gave me some tips that I used and actually helped out a lot, so, you know, shout out to my friends.
I mean, speaking of your friends, there's a lot of support going on in the crowd for you right now. So what does that feel like to hear people cheering for you when you were having these huge moments?
You know, I'm extremely grateful for the crowd. I'm extremely grateful for everybody. You know, I'm really happy that you guys are rooting for me, and I hope I can impress y'all tomorrow.
Now, before I let you go here, this is a big event, 10 years of Brawlhalla. Talk to me a little bit about how amazing your journey has been in this esport.
Well, I would say ever since I got my PC, I started doing a lot better recently. All thanks to my teammate, you know, gotta give a shout out to him. Wouldn't be here without him. But ever since that, you know, I've been doing like lots of practice rounds, and it's enabled me to do much more than I could previously.
Well, it is absolutely showing. I need to let you go so you can go rest up now and prepare for a very big day. So congratulations again on a phenomenal performance. Desk, take it away.
Two things. One, of course, you got to give a shout out to Future Bubble. He just did it, but I'm going to do it again because if you don't know the history, Future Bubble is one of the main reasons why we have the Marky Moo of today. Future Bubble gifted him the PC, and they are 2v2 partners, and that's how we have Marky Moo right now. Second thing is, if you know anyone at Ron John, y'all got to hook him up with a sponsorship because he always wears Ron John at like every event, and like it's kind of doing him a disservice that he's not sponsored by Ron John.
Please. Yeah, absolutely. No, I always love the Future Bubble shout out. He must feel quite good about himself. Actually, he must feel quite proud, and especially of Marky Moo, I have to say. And quite frankly, everybody is. Everybody in NA is. And everybody that's a fan of Brawlhalla, it's impossible not to love him. You know, he was like the underdog that originally, you know, quite actually like humble beginnings competitively. And now he is just here and he is adapting and he is changing. He is not just going to have, you know, really good performances, a really good breakout year and then fall into relevancy. He is here and he is a contender, and you all have to pay a little bit closer attention. So nice job making it into the top 8 side of things. And Yu's still not the last that we have seen of him. If we know anything about Yu's, that elimination side run is going to be devastating.
He just made the elimination bracket so much scarier, but we've still got 2 more spots in the top side of top 8. Up next, Godly versus Guichibu. Godly, the last European on the top side of the bracket, maybe the last one. No, okay, Moody is still alive, so he's not the only European left in the bracket, but we are running out of Europeans in 1v1s.
EU, please. This can't just keep being NA versus South America. Godly. Oh my gosh, this is a bit of a heartbreaker because I'm a big fan of Guichibu's gameplay, but EU, I feel like, has just been out of the running, out of the discussion of like, okay, who is the best region for already a considerable amount of time, especially on Twitter. So Godly, you've got some big boots to fill. That being said, everybody, there is going to be no boots on the screen. We're going to be opening off game number 1. Godly, I feel like the master of the gauntlets versus Guichibu, the master of the Qatars. Who is going to take the set? We're just going to have to find out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Godly today, then you won't really understand, but he is back on the Mordex. He said, you know what, I didn't like any of my other picks. I was just kind of messing around with things, and now it's time to go back to the OG, go back to the fundamentals, and that's what he's doing. On the other side, Guichibu, this is still a relatively new pick with this Queen Nai. He's known for the Lin Fei, but he's still got the Qatars.
What a regrab on those Qatars, just tossing away that spear, really faking out Godly there for a second. Extending with the weapon toss, nicely done. The downer actually going to be able to hit him that deep into it. Oh my gosh, D-Light, look at the position that Guichibu's in. Can he make it back on?
Godly going real safe with that one, went for the recovery. Back up, still hits the scythe recovery onto Guichibu, and Guichibu covers himself with the weapon toss. I like the play from Godly, but he's gonna eat the Ensig from Guichibu.
That was such good insurance from Guichibu, and Godly did everything right. He stopped his combo preemptively, and even then Guichibu was just able to go ahead and take that stock off the top. The end light's gonna be coming through. Guichibu's playing back. He's saying, I want you to whiff a button in my face so I can hit a side light, so that I can hit a downer on you. He is playing back, and he's able to get an unarmed downer. Godly just gonna press out of this advantage.
Yep, hits the recovery. Now he's got his weapon of choice. He's got that scythe. Guichibu not able to pick up a weapon. This is something that Godly can do very well against Guichibu. A, Queen Nai, not a high-speed character. B, Guichibu mostly looking for Qatars. So this is a lot of opportunities for Godly to take that weapon advantage.
Oh, but he just dodges in so far. The GC side light into the end light. Godly going to be dodging in, avoiding the finisher. Okay, end light coming through, being so patient, holding on to the stage. No follow-up after the downer, but Godly's pressure is so good. His advantage state is so solid.
Guichibu just a falling neutral air. Godly not able to punish that dodge down.
Yeah, cannot be whiffing those kinds of side lights with Qatars in anybody's face. They've all got to whiff punish waiting for you. He's sweating on the way back down. He ensures his landing with another weapon toss. He's picking up the spears, and Godly is now left all of a sudden without a weapon. Guichibu, you're not going to find any bailout D-Sig KOs like that. This is Godly that you are fighting.
I do like the adjustment on Godly's side. His first stock loss was because he chased Guichibu a little too hard. That time he's like, you know what, you're going to do a turnaround Sig. I'm expecting it, went high, avoided it, but the neutral Sig from Guichibu still keeping him in the lead.
Yeah, just immediately landing, picking a spear back up to be able to go ahead and get that end Sig. Guichibu is keeping up this lead. You already know the damage output that he is capable of. The D-Light recovery was not enough. Queen Nai bulky it up. The downer wants to go for it all with the ground pound. A little too much dip on the chip.
Yeah, went big mode, tried to get the entire play, tried to get everything off the plate, but he didn't hit that ground pound and just ended up falling.
Okay, Godly, he is patrolling the ground. He wants to be able to get the end light. He doesn't get the full dodge punish. Guichibu used it up a little bit earlier, so it refreshed. Oh, he is staring him down. Good mix-up on the landing.
Guijibu just immediate down sig. That's one of the strengths Queen Nai has. She's got really hard hitting signatures, and he's gonna throw them out.
The N6, those are the ones that are getting punished. Woo! Oh my gosh, N6 again, it's gonna whip it, it's gonna get punished. Guijibu, you cannot sell.
Scary.
You cannot just give it up just to be able to build up a lead this far. You have to be patient, and he gets it. He's gonna be able to get the D-Light. He's gonna be able to get the recovery. Guijibu takes game 1 against Godly.
And that's what makes it so hard to fight against Guijibu, because he can really just flip that switch between, am I gonna just randomly throw out a signature, or am I gonna play strong fundamental, hit you with the back and forth, wait for you to burn something, and then go in with a standard downlight into the recovery. Guijibu can really keep you on your toes, and it makes it really difficult to play.
But he has to be careful. He has to hold it back sometimes, because otherwise Godly can find those big punishes. Also, I talked about this before. Godly may be the weakest in his game 1s, but then through the rest of the set, he is just a train that does not slow down. He gets faster and faster. He becomes more and more powerful, especially in his advantage state. The question is, can Guijibu keep up with him?
He's great at adjusting, great at adapting. Nice wake up on the side of Godly.
Wow.
Doesn't get it this time. Guijibu starting to find a little too many hits.
Yeah, speaking of nice wake-ups, Guijibu with the Katari wake-ups against Gauntlets. Oh my god, it feels so good to do wake-ups and say, hey, wait a second, you're the advantage state. No, we're back to neutral.
Not able to hit the neutral air off that downlight, even though Godly was swinging out of it. Still looking for these neutral airs.
Playing floaty, playing patient. The problem is, though, Guijibu gives up a lot of stage to play like that. Oh my gosh, the sidelight into the D-Sig. It's almost beautiful that even top players get hit by that, because when I get hit by that, ugh.
Okay, weapon toss, but again, the wake up from Guijibu. Golly, just not expecting Guijibu to swing out of hit stun.
Wow, just catching all these landings. Has such a good tell on Guijibu's timing. He uses...
Nice! Ground pound just over the corner. Guijibu actually reeled at that one. He was not expecting that to hit.
His insurance policy did not cover that. He did not read the fine print on weapon throw upwards. That was such a good ground pound from Godly, but that is going to be the stock. Beautifully done. Guijibu going to be keeping it even. No difficulty so far with finding these KOs.
I mean, it's Queen Nai. She has so many ways to finish off stocks. Godly right now is going to pick up the side. Going to try to add up some damage.
D-Light successful. Godly just backing up here. He baited Guijibu successfully. Guijibu, how are you going to be able to land? He's getting anti-aired with all of these different end lights, and now this is Godly's advantage state. It is coming into full effect, and Guijibu, it looks like he is in pain.
Might be struggling a little bit here. Nice falling down air from Godly. Chases high, but doesn't go for the recovery. Instead, waiting for Guijibu to come back down onto the stage. Nice patience.
So good. Godly, he just has such a good tell right now. He just has his finger on the pulse of the game right now. Guijibu's playing floaty. He's trying to play back, but he gives up a lot of stage. He's going through these weapon tosses, but then Godly is just able to get past them.
Like you said, Godly's so good at making these adjustments, but so is Guijibu. As he gets a nice little half pipe, goes for a deep end sig, and that's an easy punish for Godly.
Why did he just give that to him? Who was that supposed to hit? Godly, he's not going to let those go unpunished.
Nice double end light. Swaps over to the gauntlets, not quite in KO %.
Oh my gosh, Guijibu has to throw out everything, but that weapon toss, it's not going to be able to cover all that much. He's walking in, he's walking out, he's not going to be able to get that D-Light. Optimal punish.
Jump scare as Guijibu just spot dodges through the signature of Godly and gets him with the end sig.
Backing up a little bit here. One mistake could be the end of this game for Guijibu. His weapon was knocked out. He lands with the downer, but that is so laggy, that is so punishable. Godly just taking full advantage of it. Godly just needs a recovery. He's gonna land.
Ooh.
No D-Light recovery.
Wasn't able to hit it, but Guijibu's gonna get KO'd by the neutral light from Godly. Had enough force behind it, and that is Godly taking the game.
So, you know, the million-dollar question, actually, I don't know how much money BCX has, is how do you land against Godly? Because he makes it so difficult. When Guijibu is just standing there and he is jumping around him and he's tossing down his weapon, he wants to land above all else. And Godly just takes that opportunity away from him. He gets every single scythe end light that he's looking for. He gets every single gauntlet side light that he wants.
It's kind of blowing my mind how much Guijibu playing floaty against Godly, just because A, again, you're playing Queen Nai, one of the lowest movement speed characters in the game, but B, you have lower movement speed in the air, lower horizontal drift. So Guijibu still choosing to play aerially is kind of blowing my mind, as that's such an easy thing for Godly to cover.
It absolutely is. Maybe, I don't know, some more Katari sider landings, because Godly's just really positioning himself around the downers, I think, above all else. But Guijibu right now, he has left without a weapon. What are these wake-up downers? I know that you want to do that against gauntlets, but it is so punishable.
Yeah, Godly's just ready for these wake-ups at this point. Not able to punish that whiff down air. Backs away, goes for a downlight there,
Nice.
but Guichibu's already in the air.
Okay, that
There's
wake
a
up
wake
down. It was successful. Look at all the
Ooh.
damage. The GCD sig just to be able to close that out. Guichibu mixing it up, and he was rewarded for all of his efforts.
So fast on it, that single wake up, and Godly was still kind of recognizing what happened, and by the time he did, it was too late.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Guichibu is just like, wow, this is like a jump skill after a jump skill. Every now and then he just pops out a signature, and look at all the damage that he piles on with the guitars. We talked about Godly's advantage state, but Guichibu's combo game with the guitars is some of the best.
I mean, he is arguably one of the best guitar players out there, and he's showing why, sticking with these guitars, still finding so many openings on the Godly.
Backing up, playing a little bit more patient now.
Little awkward dare there. I think he was trying to get on the corner, but Godly with a solid punish. Can he KO? Okay.
He can't even touch. That N-Sig is not going to go up high enough. Yeah, you know, multiple questions. One of them was, I don't know what that down air was about, but he has been playing so well in this game 3 that he is allowed to have one of those. But this lead that he has, it could easily disappear off stage. You can't get too antsy for this KO, Guichibu. You can't give him these openings.
I mean, Godly might be close to that KO percent, but I'm not entirely sure that an N-Sig will KO just yet. There's the downlight, not able to get the down air afterwards. Godly dodges away. N-Sig will do it that time, and Guichibu with the stock advantage.
He was able to successfully whiff punish Godly, catching him on the landing. And now look at the lead that he has built up for himself. He is dash jumping all the way up and around Godly. The best way to punish that is if Godly just pops out like an unarmed neutral air. That is how you catch somebody just being in your immediate airspace.
Well, currently not unarmed, so can't go for that one. He's got to deal with it with the side. So far, not able to catch the landings. Guichibu starting to pop out with the guitars.
But that time, he didn't overcommit to something like a ground pound. He just made sure to get back onto the stage, and that little bit of patience, that little bit of reservation might be enough. Godly almost got the triple sidelight platform extension. That could have been nuts.
Recognizing, you know what, it is Queen Nai. She might have low movement speed, but she's got a lot of defense. Has to do that extra work if he wants to get the KO.
Comes back on aggressively. That recovery is enough to go ahead and knock him into the top last zone. This game 3 is pivotal. Guichibu, what is going to be his weapon here? It is going to be, of course, the spear, and he tosses it away. He wants to believe in his guitars.
Immediately thrown away, like you said. He's all about those guitars. Spot dodges through immediate N-Sig. One more of those, and Godly might be finished.
The neutral, the GCN light, he's able to follow up, he's able to continue this advantage. He gets another one, Godly, piece by piece, hit by hit. He is off stage, saves the dodge just to be able to get back on at the last second. Guichibu, this is the time to close if you want a chance at this set.
Oh, Godly makes the wrong play. The double downlight from Guichibu into the recovery, and Guichibu's up 2-1.
Wow, this is really incredible. Guichibu, by the way, to get up until this point, he ended up beating Wes in a 3-0 nonetheless. So Guichibu truly, truly leveling up, and now he is one game away from getting into top 8 winning side. That's not been on my predictions. This is not something that I had anticipated. Guichibu is playing amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Guichibu is a known name, like definitely a strong guitar player, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of people would have him beating Godly, especially not this hard, forcing Godly over to the Petra for game number 4.
Petra has been putting in work all weekend, so Godly definitely quite justified in his switch. And Godly, by the way, I feel like is one of the only people that gets to get away with so many switches because he is just that good with gauntlets on anybody. He gets that D-light, he backs up a little bit. He's going to give Guichibu a little bit more space. He wants him to approach. The key to beating guitars is to bait them into going for down airs and side lights that are punishable.
Oh, he couldn't get the recovery there. He got that dodge down. I'm surprised that recovery didn't connect. That one will, but it won't KO because, again, Queen Nai defense.
Gets the another recovery, and then he down is off stage. It's okay. Guichibu makes his way back on. He goes through the GCD light. Good punish. Not often that you can actually punish that move.
Oh, what a spot dodge from Godly, and he's able to get the side air.
That was a perfect spot dodge. That was incredible, beautifully timed. That's not a position that you see people live in often.
And even so, like, he knew that signature was coming out. Spot dodge through the signature. If he just spot dodged through a light attack, I don't think he would have gotten that KO.
Guichibu, how is he going to be able to secure the stock? He is on the spear. This is not necessarily his preferred weapon. He's not going to be able to pick it back up. He is all about the guitars. He is a guitar specialist. He has him off stage. He was waiting for Godly to do something that he shouldn't, but he played patient.
Saw the respect from Godly. He actually jumped away after Guichibu got a little too close. This time, downlight recovery.
I liked his ground pound to be able to land, because even if he got hit, the whole point was just to refresh his jumps. He was just ready to take whatever Godly was going to ditch, and then he still found the recovery anyways.
I mean, that's one thing that's nice. Queen Nai, she can afford to eat some damage.
Uchibu, he just showed off a little bit of ignorance. He could not have actually punished that side sig. Godly, he is pushing his advantage.
He saw the dodge coming down. Oh, there's the end sig. It's going to whiff. Godly, he wants that KO. Uchibu getting closer and closer to the red.
Oh, the down. Oh my gosh.
He got away.
Godly only going to be able to find a down for all of his troubles. Ooh, the call out.
Just a raw end sig catching Uichibu's movement, and that's Godly. He's trying to force that game 5.
I'm telling you, he has a finger on the pulse of the game. He knows when Uichibu's going to go in. He knows when he's going to jump in, and he has been punishing him for it. Godly is looking unstoppable right now.
Still has to give respect to Uichibu's signature kit, though. Uichibu hasn't been connecting as much in this game, but he connects the one that matters, and that's the stock evener.
Yeah, he made sure that that sentence not go on for too long. Uichibu, when he needs it most, somehow the Ensig has enough plot armor. He's able to close it out. His Katars are ready to go, but he whiffs the downer. That's going to be a neutral punish. He's looking for his next opening. The sider is safe. He puts himself off stage with it. That D-Light not so safe. Right now, it is a game of cat and mouse, and it is Godly who is running away.
Oh, but he's getting sidelight recovery after sidelight recovery. Uichibu stuck on the spear. Another sidelight recovery, and Godly gonna get the game 5. Just calling out Uichibu not wanting to dodge.
Yeah, quite a few unsafe whiffs from Uichibu, especially at the end. And Godly, he'd never over-committed to his punishes. I think you can easily do that with gauntlets, right? Like if you hit a sidelight or something, if you go for an immediate recovery, there's options for your opponent to be able to bait and punish it around it. But Godly, he's getting his hits in, he's not overextending himself, and he is just making sure that his advantage state is uncontested. Uichibu, a little bit signature happy. And it feels difficult even like saying that because, hey, when it connects, he gets the KO, and when it doesn't connect, then he gets hit for it. So I don't know, is it out of balance? We'll just have to find out. Game 5, one of EU's finest, one of NA's finest as well. Uichibu against Godly, let's go.
The last upper bracket European, Godly with the hopes and dreams of EU on his back. Can he get into the top 8? He's got to get through Uichibu in this game 5 situation.
And he is tired of having EU on his back. He's like, please, somebody else as well.
Just another year of carrying EU.
That's right. Oh, the Ensig going to be unsuccessful that time around. Uichibu with some ambiguous downers that time around. That one, not so ambiguous. That was just an easy punish for Godly.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of dash laning backwards and then immediately dashing forward with a sidelight to punish these whiffs from Uichibu.
Uichibu no longer forcing the approaches. He's just getting close to Godly, waiting for the jump, and he's able to get that D-Light. He's not over-committing. Oh, but then as soon as he goes for the downer, that is the punish. He almost caught Godly stacked on top of him.
Oh, but Uichibu getting some good damage, got that downlight, got that recovery, has Godly on the corner, and Godly's a little nervous on how he wants to get back onto the stage. Whoa! He spot dodged too early, and he's going to take the damage for it.
Everybody gets hit by it. Even the top players, they still are like, wait, it's exactly how active? Well, he gets punished, he gets hit for it, he gets swatted away off stage, and Uichibu, why is he stepping up without a weapon? Get back on, he picks up the spear, he wants to recover so badly, but he just gets a desync. He has the lead, Duke. Can he do it?
Uichibu catching the movement of Godly. Godly wasn't sure when that sig was going to come out, so he eats the snake to the face. Now he's got the gauntlets in hand. Can he even it up? Can he even this up?
Oh, he whips that end like Godly.
That was a dodge.
That wasn't enough to KO. Queen 9. Budan.
KO-able. Tries to force Godly off stage. Hits the end sig. Catches Uichibu off that soft platform.
Every time that he needs to, he is able to anti-air the coverage with that Petra. Ensig has been putting in the work.
You gotta believe Uichibu didn't expect that to reach as high as it did. He thought that soft platform was safe.
Speaking of safety, Uichibu looking very unsafe at the moment, but he got up and around that ground pound. He makes it back on. He has a second lease at life, but that could have easily been the stock. Why did he recover?
Still so much damage being put out onto Uichibu. He's over to the Katars.
He's patrolling the ground. He's trying to make it as unsafe as possible.
No punish!
Oh. What did Uichibu press? Was that the start of a signature?
I think that was a downlight, and Godly's neutral light was just a little too fast.
Godly playing just above Uichibu. He is maybe trying to bait out a recovery. He's maybe trying to bait out an N-Sig from him. Okay, he's backing up a little bit now. Okay.
Heard the Sig charge up. Godly looking for the recovery. He's got good damage. It's going to be the N-Sig. One stock away from a European in the top side of the top 8.
And that N-Sig does not quit. Guichibu, is he capable of making this comeback? This is a game 5 against one of the best players to have ever done it in Brawlhalla history, Guichibu. He is looking for any openings, but Godly is making all of these landings unsafe. Is this too late? Is it snowballing?
Ain't over till it's over. Guichibu chasing Godly down over to the Katars. Dangerous spot for Guichibu to be in. Went real low, but the weapon toss keeps him safe. Pick up recovery.
That was so optimal. He was able to get the strong hit in of the Qatar recovery. The sider swats him away, but the weapon toss is so small. Guichibu, it was just enough to be able to get the KO. Game 5. This is to get into the winning side of top 8. This would be generational for Guichibu. Godly EU on his back.
Over to the orb. Final stocks. Both of them so even. Who's going to take it away? Guichibu utilizing so much movement on this Queen 9, not swinging, finally does with the recovery, but it's relatively safe.
Godly, this is now the time that he's pulling out the orbs. He has been mostly going through the gauntlets. This is the weapon that keeps weapons like Atari's at bay, but he goes through the comfort pick. He's able to get the side light. He's able to get the D-light. That is already damage being grasped on. Oh my God!
The dodge down, but he still had iframes, got through the side signature. Guichibu was reading, but read a little too early. Side light in the recovery, not gonna hit. Another recovery, Guichibu unarmed.
This might be it. Godly!
He did it!
He wasn't able to confirm it.
way!
He ripped the D-Sig. Guichibu, you have been given so many chances. He's able to get the side and he tosses away the spear. Once again, he picks it up. The end light not going to be able to KO across the stage.
One hit. The recovery doesn't hit, and the neutral light does it. Godly going into the top side of top 8.
Oh my God, he clutched up when he needed to most. He switched to the Petra and he relied on the orb. The orb switch did so much work for him, specifically in the whiff punishing. I know that I talked about Godly's gauntlets, but he is not, you know, so one-dimensional. He has multitudes to him. He has so much weapon expertise, but that is a bit of a heartbreaker. Guichibu taking Godly to game 5 in and of itself, amazing achievement.
Yeah, incredible plays. Obviously, I think Guichibu should be at least a little bit proud, despite the fact that he might be disappointed in the fact that he's going down to the elimination side of the bracket. He should be proud because he took Godly to game number 5. Now he's got to find his way through the elimination side of things. But I do want to give credit to Godly's gauntlets. He was able to hold him for 70% of that last game, put out 484 damage, finish off Guichibu on those gauntlets.
I'm thinking about that side sig. That side sig felt like that could have been it. That would have been so big for Guichibu. I would love if we could just like go back in time and just like see like, oh, exactly, you know, when did his iframes on his dodge run out, and just how, you know, that was a matter of frames. That was a matter of pure milliseconds. That could have completely changed the tides of this game.
And what's crazy is, like, we've seen a relatively similar situation where Godly dodged too early and he ended up eating that neutral signature from Guichibu. That time he just got a little too risky with that recovery, though.
Yeah, those recoveries over the stage. This is something that is universal. When it is last stock, last hit, especially when there's so much on the line, like at BCX, you might think of it like, oh, he just should have been more patient. Well, it's last stock, last hit. That is when you like true inner self comes out, and Godly showed off his prowess. He knew what he was baiting. He was standing right there in recovery range. That is where Guichibu saw red. He was like, wait, if I hit this, this could be it. If I hit this, this could be it. And then he was able to go ahead and dodge it and punish it. So Godly, he clutched it up in this game 5. Amazing work. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
I'm hanging out here with Godly. That was a stressful match there. How were you able to bring it back in those last 2 sets?
It's me. Like, I have to do it. That's the thing, because it's like, I've been here so many times now, and I've like been throwing for like the last year and a half, and I was like, I'm down 2-1. I'm like, you know, I've been here before and I've just lost, then lost through losers. But like, you know, seeing everyone be like, you know, we want to see Prime Godly back and stuff like that, it kind of motivated me to be fair today. Especially like Hawthorne, one of the people, he told me to get back on the Mordex and just start playing like myself, and I just did. So like, even when I went down 2-1, I was like, you know what? Normally I just stress here and start losing, but I was like, nah, I've got my picks, my Petra Mordex. That, you know, I created the Petra. People weren't playing the Petra like I was, other than Boomy. Like, so I was like, let me hop back on that. Let me hop on the Mordex and just, I'm in winners top 8 now, BCX, and in 2s as well.
That's right, you are. Let people know, all right? You are here to reclaim your throne. You can see your banner up there. You're looking at your own face knowing that you're looking to repeat and claim that title. You will now tomorrow be facing off against the winner of this next match here on main stage. Any preference here who you want to face off against?
The whole entire time I've been playing bracket, I've not been looking at who I've had to play at all. Like, before I always do that, and I realize that all it does is just make me overthink more. So all I've been doing is just like raw going in. Like I'm not even really looking. I just find out like 3 minutes before, and then I'm not thinking about anything else but just beating that player and the game plan in game and adapting.
Now, we keep talking about it with everybody. Obviously, this is a big year for Brawlhalla, 10 years, right? So what has your journey been like as a competitor?
It's been crazy. It's been like, I mean, 3 years from 2022 to 2025, I'd say I've done very good for myself in this game. You know, the whole point is I want to like leave the legacy, you know, show people that like Europe can do it. You know, the Europe players are really good. And like, that's why I'm happy like all the other European players are getting good. But like, I got to win for them, or the people at home. They've been telling me you've been selling for too long, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, I've been selling for way too long. So I'm gonna just try to win that, that's it.
Well, I love that, and we will be seeing you multiple times. Like you said, tomorrow it's going to be an action-packed day for sure, but we still have one more match to get through here, so we're gonna send it back on over to the desk.
Literally, thank you so much. It was so nice hearing Godly be able to talk about it. Yeah, there's two kinds of players. There's the people that study up on the bracket beforehand, and then there's the people that just go in and compete, and Godly doing an amazing job just showing off that approach. So that means that Godly has solidified himself into the top 8. Duke and I have the pleasure of bringing to you guys one more match, a personal favorite of mine. But before we even talk about that little bracket update on the elimination side, Duke, what happened in eliminations?
XJ Cool J beat who is kinda 3-2 XJ Cool J, close to qualifying for the top 8, kinda is done for the singles round of BCX.
On the list of expected outcomes, that's definitely not one of them, but my friends, enough about them. That is not who we have coming up in front of us. It is going to be, not Godly Guichu, not quite. It's going to be
Close.
Radish on the left. It is Radish
On the left.
Radish on the left. Stingray, Ayo Witty on the right. Please. Well, okay, we'll fix it eventually. Guys,
It's really hard to type these out, okay? Stingray, though, I do gotta say, like I've been talking about it. If you've heard me in the back, I'm talking about the fact that Stingray came up to me personally and he was like, "Yo, I figured it out." And honestly, it's kind of looking like he figured it out. He said he's gonna top 8. He's got to get through Radish, and we'll see how well he does as he's excuse me, what? Oh, that's Bryn. I thought he was on Ada. I was like, that's
oh
crazy.
no, he is on Bryn. And why? Specifically because of that Spear D-Sig that he has been taking advantage of the entire time. He is so happy to be using it. And look at all of a sudden, the Pogo, the Cider, he is denying Radish of all stage control. North America versus North America. This is so exciting to see happen live.
We saw how strong Radish was able to play against Ahmet not too long ago, but Stingray showing he's familiar with that North American. He knows how to play the game against a player like Radish.
That's right. Let's see what happens here. Stingray just gonna be crossing up, not gonna be able to get that D-Light. Radish was up a little bit too high. He's slowing it down for a second, maybe trying to catch that cross up.
Interesting ground pound on stage. Don't see that too often from an Orb player.
Helicopters back up onto the stage. Oh my god, that N-Sig was not hitting anybody. And Stingray, I felt like that could have been a bit of a bigger punish, but the foot, the claw, is going to spike him down into oblivion.
Are you gonna take the beak or are you gonna take the claw? This time it was the claw to take down Stingray. Radish not too hurt. Take a little bit more work for Stingray to get this one.
Doing anything that he can to catch this landing. The difficulty with the axe is that sometimes your KO options can be quite telegraphed, because if it's not an end lane, if it's not a Cider, if you're gonna have to rely on some heavy buttons, well, it can be difficult at times. This is his signature weapon. This is his tried and true spear. Let's see if he can close it out. He just needs that D-Light recovery. He needs that side light. He's not able to get the side light recovery that he was looking for. He needed to do like a jump fastball, but that D-Sig is now coming in clutch. That is why he has the Bryn.
Stingray's so good at utilizing stacked down signatures. He used to do it with Orion all the time. Now he's doing it with Bryn. It's working out as he's keeping things even.
Sidelight, neutrally non-committal, but still able to position himself to be able to get that recovery, using neutrally just to be able to swat Radish away. Hit by hit, he is evening up this game. But Radish still has a substantial lead. He's trying to space out these downers. He's trying to get some space away from him.
Oh, punishes the side air. Doesn't get a side air of his own, though. Let's get the side lights.
Oh, the cross-ups. Oh, the neutral. They keep fading in and out.
Easy
and
punish.
That's the punish that I was looking for the last time. No side light, please, thank you. D-Light, not enough to be able to KO. Weapon toss, not actually connecting.
Oh, dips under, but Radish with the recovery, gonna stage spike Witty to the right side, and Stingray now onto his final stock here in game number 1.
Yeah, that angle was absolutely disgusting. Stingray, let's see how he's gonna have to close this one out. Let me tell you right now, I've got a feeling it might be, involving that D-Sig of his. He gets the pogo, not able to get the D-Light. Oh, he gets another pogo. Is it gonna be the edge guard? Actually, yes, it does. I was totally incorrect. Beautiful stuff. He's keeping it nice and even.
He's sticking with the axe now as we get into final stocks here in game number 1. Dashes away, not able to hit that down light, just a down air, and he backs away because he's not sure how Radish is going to react out of that down air.
Jumping in and jumping out. Stingray is playing neutral so patiently, but then again, so is Radish. He's able to get the jump call out that he's looking for. That orb neutraler was pixels away from connecting. Oh my god. Stingray makes it back on, but he has not been able to fight back in quite some time. He gets a sidelight, but no call-outs. He has not gotten a read on Radish's dodge habits. Radish has him off stage. Stingray's gonna go high, and that platform, Radish said, hey, it is lava. There is nothing safe for you to land on.
The molten bird comes out and takes a bite out of Stingray. He used too much of his aerial economy, and you saw him sweat over Radish, and Radish was like, okay, I know exactly what to do here.
Yeah, that was perfect coverage. And only somebody like, this legend pick actually working out so clutch. The GC and Sig, man, that thing is huge. You think it's like, oh, it's so exploitable when it's on the ground. We saw it get punished twice, but that's why you use it. That's when you pull it out. So good stuff to Radish. I feel like on that last stock, Stingray seemed a little bit lost on how to approach a lot of Radish's defensive movement.
Yeah, it really felt like Stingray chose to stick with the axe, and then the whole time was like, why did I do this? Because he was not finding hits with his axe.
Especially against Orb. Let me tell you right now, for Axe, matchup, they just kind of tend to outspace you, they tend to whip punish you. It can be a little bit difficult, but Axe does a good job of intercepting boots preemptively. Already that's going to be a 3-piece and a lot of damage.
See him chasing Radish, seeing if he can find a neutral air as Radish was landing, but he couldn't find the hit. Doesn't hit the neutral light. This time he will on wake up, throws away the axe as he swaps over to the spear.
Let's see if he can get this juggle going. That's one recovery. No neutral air catch on that cross up. Radish went out a little bit too far.
Up and tossed to cover himself after that neutral air connected. Radish still finding ways in on top of Stingray though.
Till it comes through. Stingray being so patient on the ground, but then Radish lands aggressively, but that N-Sig was not hitting anybody. What a beautiful whiff punish from Stingray. He gets that D-Light, he gets a side, he's not going to be able to get another one, but that D-Sig goes to the left, not enough to do it.
Goes for another one, Radish too high in the sky that time, able to jump over it. Stingray looking for that finishing blow, hits him with a weapon toss, hits him with the ground pound. That's Stingray with the lead.
He is cleaning up that stock with ease, but this lead isn't all that high. Radish, he doesn't need a lot to be able to take it out at this point, but Stingray, hold on, this juggle is looking really good for him. Radish doesn't have a weapon, he doesn't have a destroy to be able to contest. Stingray tried to deny him. Good respect on that N-Sig. He knew that that was a red light and not his time to go in.
Stingray gets back onto the stage, picks up another spear. Wanting to add up extra damage here, but Radish with the sidelight side air, not quite enough.
Wow, okay, I guess a little bit too far to the right, but the orb recovery is going to be able to do it. Radish just stealing it in, and now Stingray has established a pretty good lead for himself.
Over to the axe now, like you said earlier, not the most comfortable matchup against the orb. We'll see what Stingray can do until the next weapon spawns.
Oh, he is just pressing nothing. And as soon as he does press that neutral, he was not able to actually catch that jump from Radish. He's tossing away the axe in favor of that spear. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play that matchup either, but these juggles from Radish, they're belligerent.
Still sweating here. Radish just finding hit after hit onto Stingray. Stingray not even going to challenge, not going for a pogo. Stingray just struggling to get on top of Radish. Avoids the bird.
He was a little bit too late. That was probably the only thing that he could use to punish at time, but he is off stage. He takes it slowly. Radish just takes the time to pick up a weapon. That should be the stock. Now Radish is the one in the lead. The question is, can Stingray close? He needs to close this now before this falls too far away. Radish is taking him off stage.
Sweating, gets past, goes over to the axe. Needs to finish the stock off of Radish, and the N-Sig doesn't do it for him.
Oh no, the recovery not gonna hit anybody either. That's just an easy with punish for Radish. This is beginning to fall apart, but for Radish, he is more than happy. He misses a button, he's able to get the sale. Stingray is back in this game, but he needs a lot of leads, especially with a weapon like Spear. This can have a very inconsistent advantage state, but allows you to keep somebody away. He's doing exactly that.
Nice.
He's keeping him away.
Oh, but he misses the recovery, and now it's Radish from below. He's got the nair. He misses the recovery of his own. Stingray, he needs to get this one even.
That D-Light was bait. Radish was able to punish. The seal comes through. It's not enough, but look at the position.
Red wrong, went for the double side light. Radish went high.
He's giving him so much respect. He's being so patient. He's going for all these cross-ups. Oh my gosh, the recovery whips.
Disarmed.
He's disarmed, but not for long.
Immediately picks up the boots, hits a side air, not going to active input, wants the force.
Oh my gosh,
Hello?
the Sue, did it connect?
He picks him up!
High, and he clutches! Stingray gonna be able to take game 2. He had the lead, he lost it for a little bit, but then he brought it all the way back. That last stock was so patient. And again, I talked about in the beginning, that D-Sig, that Spear D-Sig for Bryn has been putting in the work for him today.
Yeah, he has been making that down sig work. It did take a nerf a while back. It doesn't do nearly as much damage as it used to, but it still comes out quick and it still hits hard.
It stays busy. He did exactly what he needed to do. He played patient and he played keep away. He was not rushing. He wasn't going for any overcommittal leads. Spear is a kind of a weapon that, you know, you hit a sideline and then you go for like a recovery or something. People can easily find a whiff punish on you instead. So you have to be super patient. You have to be stoic almost in your gameplay. We're going into game 3 now. Radish up against Stingray. This could go either way. They're so close to each other.
So even. The real critical thing here is who's going to get their comfort weapons. Radish is looking for the orb, Stingray looking for the spear. They both got their comfort weapons. Now who's going to get the dub?
He is feeling so confident in all of his spear recoveries. He's landing everything that he's going for, whipping the neutral on the way back down. How many recoveries have connected at this point?
Stingray really starting to feel out. Okay, Radish likes to go high off of that sidelight, so you see him empty jump. He's still not over-committing after the sidelight for just the raw read, but he's still staying there just in case.
Dash jumping in, dash jumping out, slowing down the pace of the game. Radish overcommitting to that sidelight. He has not been able to get a handle on Stingray's movement. He whiffs the D-light, and look at the extent of that punish. He's able to take it all the way off the top, and now look at the stock lead. He is relatively healthy.
Yeah, this is a huge lead for Stingray. He's going to try to get more here as Radish goes over to the boots.
Good call out. Radish is backing up a little bit, waiting for Stingray's next landing option. Leans in with the side, but Stingray's too busy pressing N-Light, not able to punish it.
It's starting to come out. You're going to see Stingray lean a little bit more onto the down sig as Radish definitely wants to stack up here.
Like 5-6 seconds of no buttons pressed. Radish, is he going to be able to catch him? Yes, he does. The scoop with the GC N-Sig. Nicely done.
What a call out from Radish. Seeing that Stingray was going to go high and hits him with that N-Sig in that open air, that is detrimental.
He has been doing that all day. He is showing just how powerful of a button that is. He shows his prowess in that position. And with that, the game is totally even. You can't whiff Spear sidelight in front of anybody.
This is the neutral air.
Constantly crossing each other up. They just sometimes just switch into this mode where nobody presses a button before all chaos breaks loose. Catching the jump. The down is so well spaced.
And despite the lead that Stingray built for himself at the start of this game, look at the lead that Radish has managed to get himself now in the middle part of this game.
He's getting a hit. He's celebrating a little bit too soon. He's got the axe now. Now he has to commit even less than before. Nobody wants to commit to anything. Somebody press something that they shouldn't so that one person can get a hit in. Radish.
Ooh.
That's that whip punish.
The one swing he does, and yeah, Radish able to punish him. Sidelight, side air, not quite in the red. Radish looking good.
Picking up the spear now, his weapon of choice has been working out so well for him. The downer is a little bit too late. Radish was already up and above the stage and to safety.
Trying to hit the pogo instead, lands immediate down signature. Get that finishing blow, it's another down signature. Stingray evens things up.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how he is finding so many D6, but again, it is putting in the work. 2 of them is what it took to be able to take out that stock. Neutrally, the juggles at the beginning. That neutrally was so good because it gave him the time to position himself through the downer and be able to get that next hit, punishing the dodge. He's playing so non-committal, almost catching the dodge that time. The game is totally even once again.
Nice recovery from Radish though. He's playing great from below. Really just juggling Stingray. Stingray now on the ground, not wanting to throw out an attack. Like you said, a sidelight whiff is very punishable.
Again, they just go into these modes where nobody does anything for like 5 seconds at a time. Stingray, he's stepping up. He's going with these fade back sails. Radish is stepping up, cross him up. Neutrally, sail, and disarms Stingray. This is a nasty position to be in. This could be it.
Yeah, one more hit for Radish. Stingray does get the wall touch, but the down air over the corner, and Radish is 1 game away from going into the top 8.
His keep away game with the orb is so good. It can make anybody just look completely helpless in trying to approach and to be able to get in on it. Radish has such a good handle on the pace of the game, but I gotta say, there's nobody looking helpless. That was so close. They play, I have to say, the way that they pace themselves, the way that they treat the advantage state respectively, they play quite similarly.
Yeah, they're both really good at getting their moments. They're both pause for a moment, and like you said, they'll kind of just dash jump around each other, and then they start to find their moments where they're like, okay, I'm going to start getting these juggles, start these nairs, start to get these recoveries.
Radish is now up 2-1 in the game count. One more, and that is going to be Radish in the winning side of top 8. But listen, I know Stingray, and he wants this. I hope that this does not go down this way. I want to at least see it go to a game 5. Absolutely no bias. Let's see what we've got going on. Radish already opening off with that D-Light. Stingray able to get that whip punish.
Weapon spawn all the way to the right side. Stingray runs for it, but it's an axe, not the weapon he's looking for. You can see him not wanting to press a single button, and Radish finding all this damage.
Gets a neutral. Is he going to be able to get all that much else with the axe? I'm telling you, this axe, especially against the orb, it has been unsuccessful in the set so far, so he tosses it away again. That fade back still was not safe enough. The reversal. Uh-oh, this could be big.
Oh, but he can't keep it going, and Radish with a fantastic read. Stingray keeps doing that down sig, and there's the down air from Radish. Radish looking healthy.
Yeah, I think he just got his dodge back in time. That was a little bit too predictable. We all saw that D-Sig coming, and then Radish's dodge just refreshed when he needed it most.
Stingray again not wanting to swing. It's Radish who's swinging. Three-piece, doesn't get the weapon toss. Soft platform got in the way.
Okay, whipping that down, the recovery as an extension. The down is going to be putting him off stage, and that is not enough to KO. That angle is just not helpful for him. But the D-Sig has been helpful for Stingray so far in the set. He now evens it up once again, but can he keep up with Radish's damage output?
Okay, immediate downlight into the side air.
No dodge.
Radish didn't want to press it, wasn't expecting Stingray not to read.
Highlights are going to be coming through. Radish has Stingray off stage. He's jumping and he's going high. He did not get hit by the sidelight. He had just enough time to be able to get away. He whiffs the sail. Radish is being so patient.
Radish staying close. There's the down sig. Another punish on the side of Radish.
Are these down sigs becoming too predictable? Radish has already punished 2 of them successfully.
Very nice little neutral air. Swaps spears.
Just jumping in place. He can't lean in. Radish is just occupying the stage. The D-Light still comes through. He has the stock lead.
Oh, but is this enough? He had a bigger lead at the start of the last game, and Radish took it away. Can Stingray get a bigger lead here?
He immediately just goes through the sidelight. D-Light Radish not going to be able to dodge out of the... Goes through the extension, denying him of a weapon. Axe against no weapon at all. That's a good place to be in.
Just denying Radish, able to pick up the boots. Down air. That's a burn dodge, and Stingray not going to take the bait. Instead, waits on stage. He's like, there's not enough damage for this risk to be rewardable.
Oh, he is stepping up. Radish, he just needs to be able to connect that D-Light. He just gets that sidelight instead. D-Light, recovery off the top. Last stock each. Radish is the one with the game advantage. He's going to be opting for the orb. It has been doing so well for him. Stingray needs a spear. He does not need an axe.
Ain't over till it's over. Radish still has enough health to play. Recovery not going to be enough to KO just yet. The no-read read is not working out anymore. Radish starting to press that dodge button, but there's the recovery.
But his recovery accuracy has been
Down
amazing.
sig!
The D-Sig!
That does it!
It does. He was able to get the game that way. It taketh in the beginning of this game. It ended up working against him a couple of times, and then he was still able to close it out. It really feels like it's completing the kit. It's filling in the gaps for Spirit, where it's like missing a little bit of coverage, where it's like missing a little bit of activity, and he is just using it so well to be able to catch those landings. We're going to another game 5. Can our voices take it at this point?
Well, you know we got to do it. We got to give them a good one, because this is our final set of the day to see who is going to get in the top side of top 8. Stingray versus Radish. Which North American is going to take that final slot?
Listen, it's not just Radish and Stingray. It is Radish's orb against Stingray's spear. That is what this game is all about, and that's exactly how we're going to open off. It's a game of the juggles. They're both so good at it, and Radish is just chipping away at Stingray. Oh my God.
The weapon toss doesn't work out for him. Now Stingray's over to the axe. Doesn't swing onto Radish. Throws out the downlight. Able to get away.
True combo, non-committal downer, just fading back. Trying to go for the reset here. Stingray just looking for any chance he can. But I'm so surprised. The complete and total lack of end lights. I feel like that would have been catching Radish's movement.
Oh, instead he wants the comfort of that spear. The down air bounces off the soft platform, but it's still connect Ray. Juggle's starting to come out. Radish can be looking for that KO tool soon.
Stingray so patient, respecting the disjoint on orb, giving Radish the space that he needs. That wasn't enough to be able to take it off the top. Radish is creating this wall, saying you will not go past this point. Stingray doing anything he can to approach.
Stingray just trying to find the longest range he can. Radish manages to avoid the read from Stingray.
Oh my gosh, the cross-ups! You can feel the tension when they both do nothing at all. That's gonna be the whip punish. You can't whiff sidelight like that. We have seen Stingray in this position, and we have seen it bring him back. We've seen him bring it back. What can he do to get the stock?
Let his axe start putting in some work. Got some good damage, but Radish with the dodge through avoids that down signature.
So it comes through that D-Light. He actually didn't fully dash into it, so he didn't get the full momentum. Otherwise, Stingray would have been able to get the pogo.
Okay, just looking for the option, looking for the opportunity to hit that recovery.
Stingray's being so patient. He's not committing to anything. He gets the recovery, but just one of those is not going to be enough. He's now in a position where he needs to land, and Radish is going to successfully catch that landing. That D-Light a little bit too far away for him to punish. He wants that D-Light. He wants that D-Light to combo so badly. D-Sig does not connect.
Got a little overeager there throughout the down signature. This time it'll hit, it'll KO. Stingray primes the spear.
It giveth and it taketh away, and that time it certainly taketh away Radish's stocks. It is 2-2. He gets the end light. He's not able to get the jump call out. He now has to find a landing. The wake up pogo was amazing, but he whiffs the side light. Radish with no weapon. He wasn't able to find the side light of his own. They're so back and forth.
The down signature as Radish was too far away, but not too big of a punish. Still Stingray playing from behind.
That spacing, he got just barely past it down, and both of them spaced it so well, but Stingray, he was just a little bit above.
Oh, so much movement coming out. Neither of them wanting to swing. It's gonna be Radish with the side air.
Stingray,
the down air.
He's waiting it. He's waiting for it. And Radish tries to mix it up. He's able to get the reversal. Radish has the stock lead. Is Radish going to be the one to make it into the winning side of top 8? It's Stingray. He has to fight to be able to even this up now.
It's gonna be tough for Stingray. When it comes to the damage, Radish has just been a little bit faster than he is. Stingray now holding on to this axe. There's no weapon spawn, no opportunity to change. Instead, he's just hoping Radish will whiff. The down light, the side air, and the neutral light. None of them are hitting for Stingray.
He's tossing away the weapon. He wants his beloved spear so badly. Is it going to be a D-Sig? It has to be a D-Sig for the culture at this point, but the whip punishes just keep on happening. Is this going to be a snowball in Radish's favor? He is setting up a wall. Stingray whips a side light, but he doesn't get punished for it. The sail comes through. Radish is off stage.
Down Sig! Final stocks. Can Stingray do it? Deep red. We've seen him clutch this time and time again.
Oh, but is it going to be Radish? He is looking so much healthier. Stingray has to work so hard to be able to even up the damage. No, D-Light that time. Is that it? No, not yet.
It's the wall touch with a down air. Stingray still has movement. Radish is there, and it doesn't matter. Radish takes it in game number 5.
That was such a beautiful, beautiful set. That was so hard earned from him. Both of them worked so hard, and they both wanted it so badly. Radish, congratulations. He is making it into tomorrow on the winner's side. Stingray going to be knocked down into the elimination side. What a set, what a way for us to end off on. Oh my God.
Incredible play from both players. Stingray just in that final moment didn't have enough health to work with and ended up getting taken out, but he's going down to the elimination side. He's not done with the tournament. He'll just have to worry about how he plays that elimination side and whoever he runs up down there.
Telling you, Stingray's spear specifically is so good. It will give anybody a really difficult time. This axe, I mean, yeah, we didn't get to see that much axe usage, but that's just because Radish, he was opting to go for the orb more so. The orb does so well against axe. It's just able to whip punish. If you're ever like, hey, why didn't he swing? I guess, you know, when I was like, why doesn't he just like end light? Well, you know, orb just does such an amazing job of whip punishing axe, and they get so much more consistent punish for it as well.
Yeah, I can't fault Stingray for not wanting to attack, especially because there were so many moments where, like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'll just do it down. Like, you see Radish jumping right in front of you, but the few times he does, he immediately gets whiff punished. I can't fault Stingray for being a little conservative with the axe play.
Yeah, but there was definitely something he was quite generous with, and that was his D-Sig usage. And let me tell you, it was so successful. He was really pushing Bryn's kit. You know, he's not done yet. He is not done yet. He still has that fight in him, and that was an amazing performance. Now, we gotta hear some words from Radish and Glitter Explosion. Please, talk to us.
One final check-in here for the day with Radish after that win, and that was a back-and-forth matchup. So talk to us a little bit about how you were able to save that and bring that one home.
Yeah, so like me and Witty have a lot of history in tournaments, but you know, it always drags out to game 5 in recent times. So it's just like constant adaptation, you know, constant like you gotta like be aware of the Spirit D-Sig, or like if he mixes it up, because he knows that I'm gonna mix it up. So like, it's pretty complicated.
And that's kind of like the pro and con side of like knowing how to play against your opponent, right? And now that you're through to tomorrow, you're going to be facing off against Godly. Is this going to be a similar situation where you're trying to play against each other, but you already know what to expect, so you're trying to adapt in the moment?
Well, for Godly, well, he's EU, so I don't have as much experience with him, but we do have like a couple of sets across the past few years. So I think it'll be a really hard set with a lot of adaptation and the same thing. It's pretty much how all sets go at the top levels. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you've made your way through. That was the ultimate goal, to make it to Sunday. Do you feel good about pushing all the way through to potentially getting that title now?
Yeah, I feel good. You know, inshallah, I'll do good tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be a long day. Today was a long day as well, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm going to make sure you can get home, get some rest before we dive into our finals. For now, we're done on the stage, so it is time to wrap up the show, Sheepy.
Thank you, Glitter. Wow. I mean, what a match. I mean, I'm in awe right now just because there's just so much that just happened literally, I swear, in the past like couple hours. And like to see people fight their hardest to try to just make it all the way up to the top. And we didn't even get to finish today. Can I just like mention that real quick? We didn't even get to finish today. But let me tell you guys at home where we're sitting at here. It's top 12 still. I'm going to tell you on the winner side, winner semifinals, we have Marky Moo versus Vem 10 Kilo. Then we also have Godly versus Radish, who we literally just won a moment ago. Then let's talk about the elimination side, all right, of this top 12. It's going to be Yuz versus Loris, Balloon Boy versus Wes, Goichibu versus Munir, and then Radish versus
Stingray.
Whoa, Stingray. I'm so sorry. Yes, Stingray versus XJ Cool J, if I'm reading that correctly. Oh, wow. I mean, I know there were some upsets here in this bracket. Like, incredible. So, y'all, this is your top 12 that we're going to be seeing tomorrow as well. Now, I want to grab Dara and Duke. I want to grab your last final thoughts here. We can start with you, Dara. I want you to think about today, all of today. Who was the most impressive as far as the competition today?
Whoa, that's a big question.
It is.
Feel like we have to talk about Vem 10 Kilo. Vem 10 Kilo, like again, there were so many big names in South America, and his Petra was absolutely destroying people. He was eliminating others. He played so well. Also on the EU side of things, we got to talk about Godly, because again, EU doesn't always, have the best time in the winner's side of brackets, but Godly, he did it. He was able to make it out successfully. He's in the winner's side of top 8, so maybe this is going to be EU's time to shine. But I have to say, all of these sets that we just got to see, especially after that last one, I feel ready to pass out. That was so much. That was so much.
It was a lot. You guys kept going. It was great. Duke, same question here. Out of everyone you saw today for singles tournament, who had the most impressive performance for you?
I mean, there were so many banger sets, but I gotta highlight Marky Moo, man. Taking down Yuz, being able to really counter and push all these moments where Yuz had such a sizable lead and then Marky Moo just steals it all away. Like, that is something that is incredible and incredibly hard to do.
I mean, you're not wrong in that, like, there was so many impressive players today. It's really hard to narrow down just the last few. I mean, I think I agree with both of y'all's statement about who was so impressive today. I'm pretty sure your folks at home, you guys have your opinions as well. But y'all, thank you so much, Dara. Thank you so much, Duke, for all the commentary for this last couple matches here. But y'all, that will do it for us, okay? Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Yes, I'm reminding you, Mama Sheepy's trying to tell you here, tune in tomorrow for some bonus singles coverage, all right? So let me lay it out for you. Main stream will be live for our doubles pre-show at 11:15 a.m. So we're doing doubles first, right? Then our Bravo stream, yes, twitch.tv/Brawlhalla, excuse me, will kick off our singles coverage with Elimination Top 12 at 2:30 p.m. Then our main stream will then continue singles championship Sunday coverage at 3:15 p.m. So just a quick summary here. We got doubles pre-show on the main stream, and then later in the afternoon on the Bravo stream, we still got to do Elimination Top 12, and then after that, we'll continue on with Championship Sunday on the main stream. All right, y'all, 6 doubles team, 12 single players, all vying for Brawlhalla Championship glory. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow where we'll find our champions. Good night, everyone.